Hello, my name is Jim. Welcome to my channel, Books, Reading and Stuff. It's Tuesday, Tag Tuesday. I've been tagged by Jolene, the bookworm adventure girl, to do the Soggy Expat Book Maniac Random Question tag. This tag was created a year ago by Shawn, the book maniac, and Heather Lewis, the Soggy Expat book nerd. And without further ado, let's get on with it. First prompt, soggy. Cold soggy fries, yay or nay? If there are cold soggy fries or chips, as I prefer to call them, being British, and they're still in the pan the next day, I might have them for breakfast. Like cold pizza I might have for breakfast if I'm in such a mood. I like potatoes. I prefer fries hot, but I won't say no to cold fries. Expat, have you ever lived abroad? If not, would you? Yes, I'm living abroad. I'm living in Georgia. I've been here over 13 years. And before Georgia, that's the country, not the state, I've lived in France and Australia and Wales. Although, is Wales expat? I don't know. Heather counts Wales as expat, but then she comes from America. From England, I don't know if I count Wales as being expat. Book. A trip you took and or would like to take because a book or author made you want to see it in person. I visited Stratford-upon-Avon in England a few times because it's the home of Shakespeare, probably the most famous Englishman who ever lived. Book. A book or author from Canada and or Wales you'd like to read. Here we have Dylan Thomas and the Milkwood from my physical TBR shelf. Random. Embarrassing parent story time. A time your parent or guardian embarrassed you to your core and you are still recovering, or a time you were that parent. I will pass on this. I'm not actually a parent and I usually embarrass myself and I don't want to go down that road. Maniac. One or two other things you are a maniac about, aside from obviously being a book maniac. Here we have it. I'm a maniac for collecting small die-cast cars. These are my favourites, the Matchbox ones. It's a nostalgia thing that takes me back to my childhood. And I have about 1,400 small die-cast cars. Matchbox, Hot Wheels, Majorette, Corgi, and some other brands. Random. Have you ever been hideously lost, literally or figuratively? When I was a child, with my parents, we had a holiday in Cornwall, and I got lost in the town of Bude. I think it was about 3 or 4 hours before I was able to find where my parents had left the car. I can't remember all the details, but it took me a long while walking around unfamiliar streets until I was able to find the car. And figuratively, I think my life has been one of meandering and I don't have any particular direction. I drifted into being an English teacher and that's the way my life has gone, and I find myself in Georgia. Random. A memorable encounter with a stranger. When I was in my 20s, I did a lot of hitchhiking and I found a lot of interesting drivers who give me a lift. One in particular was a lorry driver, and I was travelling to Swansea in Wales at the time, and he lived in Swansea and he had opera music on in his cab, and in his part-time, in his spare time, he would create sets for the Swansea Opera Company. And it was fascinating talking with him because usually you think of lorry drivers, you don't associate them with highbrow culture. Random. What did you want to be when you grew up? If you have now achieved that in real life, what's it like to be fantastically stable as an adult? Asking for a friend. I wanted to be a meteorologist at one time. It never happened. I liked studying geography, and I studied geography in university. I did this with librarianship because I didn't think there was any career in geography apart from teaching, and I didn't want to be a teacher. So I did librarianship as a vocational thing, and because I love books. And as it turned out, I am a teacher now, but not teaching geography. I'm teaching English here in Georgia. Random. Are you a people watcher? Do you have good peripheral hearing? Share an anecdote or 3. I'm more a people watcher with my camera. And I'll show you this clip of this guy in Tbilisi fishing through a drainage gate, which was, I don't know why he was doing it. I don't know if he caught anything. I was only observing for about 20 seconds. Who do I tag? It's an old tag. It's been around for a year or more, but so I don't know who's done this. I'll tag AJ Dunn at AJ Dunn Reads and Writes, MJ at Reading This Life, and Sandy Lender. And if you haven't done this tag, you'd like to do this, please feel free to do it. If you enjoyed this video, you can like below. This will help me with the YouTube algorithm, and I'll see you on the next video. Goodbye.